Hey guys, it's Arissa. Welcome back to my channel. It is the start of my fall color series. Yes, it is back. I did this a couple years ago and I got a request to do it again. And so I'm going to start off with Plum / Berry because there's one shade in here that's called something Blackberry, but they're all within that Plum Berry category. I never really thought I'd get to the point where I would want to wear a plummy purple lip product, maybe over a nude. But this fall, I'm really feeling it. So I'm really excited about this. These are the 5 shades that I'm gonna be rocking this fall, and they're wearable. You know, they're not straight up purples. They're a really good way to get introduced into the plums and the berries. And if this isn't a color category for you, don't worry, I have 2 more coming, and I'd love to know from you guys what 2 colors you are interested in. I have some in mind, but it is always good to hear from you guys, so let me know in a comment if you have a specific shade request. I'll first start off with this right here. This is the Neutrogena Moisture Smooth Color Stick in the shade Plum Perfect, and Plum Perfect is exactly what I would call this. I think this is the perfect shade of plum when it comes to a balm, and this is what I would call my Lips But Better Fall Edition. Some of you may already know that I'm attracted more toward cool tone products than warm tone makeup, and so this right here pretty much matches my lip color but really smooths it out and makes it a little bit more plummy. This is actually a newer purchase for me as I was thinking about what products to talk about, and this is amazing. I love it so much. This is definitely going into my handbag for an everyday lip product. You don't have to fuss with it. It feels so moisturizing on the lips, and I've just been really drawn to the plums, and this is a great introductory plum. It's a pretty sheer product. It's extremely moisturizing, and it makes my lips look so smooth and just a beautiful everyday lip color. So this is definitely going in my handbag, and I highly recommend it. Next up is the only high-end product I'll feature today, and I did get a new BECCA Glow Gloss. I love the BECCA Glow Glosses. I love the shade Camellia, which is a bright pink, and I also have Opal that I love, which is a nice nude. So I decided to get a plummy shade, and this one right here is called FOXGLOVE. And there are little flecks of silver glitter in here, but when you put it on your lips, you really can't tell. And this formula is so comfortable. It's the perfect amount of stickiness, I've mentioned this before, so that it clings onto your lips for a lot longer than just an hour, but it's not so sticky that if you press your lips together, you can't take them apart. Here's the Glow Gloss next to that Neutrogena Moisture Smooth Color Stick. So the shade is extremely similar. It's just a little bit more glossy. It has a minty, fresh scent that doesn't linger very long, but it's also very refreshing. So I like it, and I'm not someone that typically likes a really minty product on my lips. So this is a beautiful shade, and I'm looking at my hand right now, and you really can't see the flecks of glitter. If anything, it just helps it look even more glossy, and again, a beautiful plum sheer, just like this one right here, everyday shade. And with these glow glosses, you can wear them alone or on top of another lip product, and it looks good either way. I'm gonna redo the swatches here so that I can line up all 5 shades next to each other. Okay, so those are the 2 shades right there. Now we're moving into some lipsticks. No surprise here, but the next 2 products, or 2 of the 5 that I'm talking about, happen to be Revlon Super Lustrous lipsticks. So this one is a cream formula called Naughty Plum. This is a newer purchase for me, and I love this shade. This is a dusty plum. I think that's the best way to describe it, because if you can see, there's a little bit of a gray undertone to this, and it's so beautiful. So you can definitely tell when I put it next to the other 2 shades how gray and almost brown that plum is. I love this color. I think this will be a great everyday plum, especially when I think that purple, it could be a little bit intimidating, especially for me. At one point, I definitely thought a plum or a purple lipstick was pretty intimidating. I love Revlon Super Lustrous lipsticks. I've been loving them for years. The cream formulas are so comfortable on the lips. And with a cream formula, like with any other lipstick, I do recommend either a lip liner or maybe applying a layer, blotting, and then reapplying. And Revlon Super Lustrous lipsticks do not have a scent. And actually, I want to go back real quick. This Neutrogena one, I love the scent of this. It kind of smells like a fruity cocktail. What does it smell like? I feel like there's another lip product that smells like this. It's fruity. I really like this smell. And as I mentioned, this one is minty, and then this one does not have a scent. So those are the three so far. These two are pretty similar, and this one looks really gray. This next one is also a Revlon Super Lustrous lipstick, but it's a sheer formula, and it's called Plum Velour. And I ended up finding this because some of you were mentioning that the discontinued Revlon lip butters are showing up or have shown up in a sheer formula. Not all of them, but just a select few. This one I don't think was a lip butter, but because I was looking around, I did end up finding this, and this one seemed the most appealing to me because I am slowly getting into the purples and the plums. So this one is definitely more of a berry shade, and compared to this, it's a lot more sheer. And overall, if you want something that's a little bit more bright, this is it right here, and it's actually what I'm wearing right now, but I decided to blot it so it's not as shiny as it is when you just apply it straight from the bullet. I do like to blot products like this though because I think it just lasts a little bit longer. You could also go in with a lip liner, but if you want it to be easy breezy, then I recommend blotting it and it stays for a long time. So with this sheer formula, just like the Revlon lip butters, if you love those, you would love this formula. It's very comfortable on the lips, very similar to the Neutrogena Moisture Smooth Color Stick. And if you're a balm lover and you're just kind of getting into lipsticks, you're not quite there where you want a full opaque color on the lips, then the sheer formula is definitely the way to go. So although initially these could all start to kind of look the same, if you put them together, they really are different and they have different finishes, and I just love having different plum options for the fall. And speaking of lip balms, my last product here is kind of like a balm, and this is the L'Oreal Color Riche Shine 930 Splendid Blackberry. So it's called Blackberry, but I'm gonna lump it in as plum because it really does fit into this plum family. And of all of them, this one is going to be the most purple. So if you like to go very purple, then this one would be the one for you. So all of these are so different. When you kind of line them all up, they look like they're really similar, but they're so different. I love these Color Riche Shine products. I have 4 of them now, and the only one I didn't like is Shining Peach, but I love Burnished Blush and Glossy Fawn. So the only way that I would apply this in the fall is blotting it on the lips. So when I say blotting, I mean dabbing actually. So I would just dab this on the lips and slowly blend it out so it's a really sheer wash on the lips. I also think that a sheer formula like this is a really friendly way to get into such a purple shade, and I just love these so much. And this one, oh, you know what it is? This smells like this. These are very similar in scent, so they both have that fruity scent to them. So with this, I don't recommend putting an opaque layer all over the lips. It would just be too messy and it wouldn't last. So with this, it's gotta be a dab situation. I mean, everyone's different, but this is based on my personal experience with this kind of color. I would dab it on, blend it with the finger, blot it with a tissue, and then maybe dab some more and then blot it with a tissue. And I know that sounds really tedious and it's like, who has time for that? But I've just noticed that if I take that extra time in the beginning, then I don't have to worry about it as much throughout the day, and I don't spend that time really checking myself out in the mirror to make sure that it's not all over my face. So that's it, guys. Those are my 5 plum/berry lip products that I wanted to share with you for fall. And I know that this color scheme isn't for everyone, but I do have 2 other shades coming, and I'm not quite sure yet if I'm going to stick to lip products for those categories or if I'm going to dabble into eyeshadows and blushes and just other types of makeup. I'd love to know from you guys what you want to see, so leave a comment below. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys again in my next upload. Bye.